Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. So yeah, I thought I would do, following on the bit of a bandwagon from everybody else, best and worst luxury purchases of 2019. It's also a good time to do it because I am still thinking about the wish list for 2020. But first off, look at the little darlings. Hang on. Look, there's one and there's the other one. Anyway, they're just sleeping on the bed. So, I'm going to go through best and worst. I was trying to do 5 best, 5 worst. I've not quite done that, and actually the reason why I haven't is actually really good. I struggled with this video because I do a lot of research normally before buying any luxury item. It's a lot of money to me, and therefore I don't think I make that many mistakes. I have made mistakes and I will share those with you. Some of those mistakes are reliant on pictures for because they have moved on. But yeah, I think because of that research, so thank you YouTube, because this is also a lot of my research, particularly when buying a new luxury handbag. So obviously I want to look at it in person, but it just starts me finding out about the pros and about the cons, and helps you think about the cons when you're looking at a handbag, not to get too overwhelmed with the overall love and actually go, you know what, so and so on YouTube mentioned this as a con, let me have a look at this a bit more closely, is this going to be a con for me? So with that in mind, I'm going to just get straight into it, and this will probably come with no surprise. I'm going to start off with my best, and this is absolutely, without doubt, the best of the best. So here she is, Miss Birkin. So this is my Birkin 30 in rose poop togo leather with palladium hardware. I think that's what I need to say, with a little rodeo on there as well that I bought pre-loved. So here she is. She's stunning. I bought this fairly early in 2019. Can't remember when. Spring. But absolutely beautiful. Wasn't planned. I was actually trying to get hold of a garden party 30 in rose poop. So because I got real inspiration from Jerusha Couture. So thank you Jerusha. Thanks to you, I own this beauty. I won't go through the whole story, but absolutely best. Don't use her all the time, mainly because of the damn weather in England. That's basically it. So I do use her, I do take her to work, and like I say, she's not had that much use over the winter months, but like I say, whilst I will use her, if I know it's going to be torrential rain all day, then I'm not going to, even with a little raincoat. I'm just not going to risk that. So I believe luxury items should be used, but there's limits, and unfortunately the weather in England is torrential rain quite often. But anyway, there she is in all her glory. She's so pretty. So absolutely best purchase. One of the least planned out of my normal purchases. There's a little mark on her. I'll have to clean that up. But anyway, that's the first best. So moving on to the first worst, I'm going to go with my Givenchy Antigona in the small size in the like the burgundy deer leather. Now this is where we're reliant on a picture, because basically ordered it from Net-a-Porter in the sale, and beautiful bag, stunning. The leather, I mean, I had to. The second one that came was even in some ways better than the first one, in some ways worse than the first one. I think basically that leather is just too darn delicate, and that is the only reason that she went back. So like I say, sent it back, got a full refund from Net-a-Porter, not a problem there, but that was probably one of the worst purchases. Like I say, scraping the barrel a bit for worst. Anyway, so moving on to another best, and I'm going to go something completely different, and I'm going to go with my Louis Vuitton Toiletry 26 in the monogram. You can see there the vachetta is still good. This one's made in France. Basically, this is a toiletry bag. There it is. You can buy conversion kits and use these as shoulder bags. I'm thinking about it. because you never know, especially if you're travelling and you want to travel minimally, then maybe, but to me I bought this to be a toiletry case and it looks like a toiletry case. So jury's still out on that one, but absolutely love this. Absolutely. The reason it made the list for best was because of just the sheer amount that I've used this. I bought this in April last year in 2019 and I've just used it so much. If I'm going away I actually put all my toiletries and makeup in this if I'm travelling light, which I often am. It fits perfectly in my Palm Springs MM. It goes straight in, perfect width, just sits so nicely so I can do all my clothes and then my toiletries in a little backpack if I'm travelling light, which I tend to do for 1 or 2 nights. So yeah, used it a ton. It still looks like brand new, holds a load. What's not to love? Right, worst. So another worst, and again, this is, I'm going to go for some clothing. Hang on. Right, so worst is this Balmain t-shirt, which I love. It's a worst purchase, bear with, but I do love it. I stalked this for months. I ended up having like reservation with Net-a-Porter in case one came back in my size, and yeah, so months getting hold of this. Saw, this is the one with the gold glitter. See there how glittery it was. Saw ones with the foil version, but I was like, no, I want the glitter. I shouldn't have got the glitter. So basically, the only reason this is in worse, and I still like it and I still wear it, is purely that I don't wear it as much as I thought I would, based on how much I wear, particularly my white one of the same style, but just with Balmain across the top. I've worn that so much, and yeah, the main reason I haven't is because of the glitter, the one thing that I wanted. It does, I think it's stopped now, but it just used to look like it would come off everywhere. I'm going to make the effort to wear it more. I like the style of it. I'm not, obviously I can't send it back now anyway, I'm not selling it. I just need to be, you can see it's creased from being in the wardrobe. My wardrobes are a little crammed. So yeah, that made it to the worst list purely because I don't wear it as much as I thought I would. It didn't live up to the hype. Right, moving on to the best list. Let's go with a little Chanel now, shall we? We've done Hermès, we've done Louis, let's do a bit of Chanel. So this I bought fairly recently. This I got only at the end of last year. Very, very end of last year. So this is my Chanel wallet on chain. This is a seasonal piece because the caviar is a slightly finer grain and this hardware is actually champagne. It's neither silver or gold. Absolutely love this. Taking this away with me on city break to use, like I say, travelling and day to day. Love it. I've also got a wok saver in there to maximise the space, and I bought a little clip there as well to shorten the chain a little bit as it's a bit long on me, but I've worn it with and without the chain shortener. Depends what I'm wearing and how I'm wearing it. Sometimes I like it longer, sometimes I don't, so I've got the perfect option there. So yeah, really versatile piece, really classic. I have actually used that, didn't think I would, but I have, like travel tickets and things. So stunning, handy, useful, versatile, functional. Right, moving on to worst, and I'm going to go to Louis Vuitton. And this, I ummed and ahed putting this in the worst, but yes, it is worse. And just because it's in my worst category doesn't mean it's a mistake, and it doesn't mean that it's bad. It just means compared to some of the other things I've bought, it's not up there. So this may be a bit of a surprise, but this is my Louis Vuitton on the Go Tote. Now, I still love it, I still use it, I'm not parting with it. But the reason I put this in worse is a bit similar to the Balmain t-shirt, in that I just don't use it as much as I thought I would. And I think a lot of that is almost part of its benefit as well. It's because of the sheer size of it. It's beautiful, it's stunning, it holds a shed load. I feel like I could probably go away for the week with this. but because of that as well, it's slightly, and its structure, it's slightly boxy on. But it's a great travel bag, and it's great for work if I've got loads to carry. I think because of from normal days when I don't have an extreme amount to carry, it doesn't get used so much, and that's the only reason I've put it into worst. Like I say, I struggle because I've done some good purchases, if I say so myself, this year. Or last year. This year I'm trying to be good. So that was that. Let's move on to a best. And I'm going to now go back to Hermès. And this is my Hermès belt. So I got this in this classic gold colour on one side. It's coming out a bit brighter on camera. A burgundy on this side, and I actually got the gold buckle with this one. And the reason this has made it into a best category is just because I wear it a lot. It got more than I thought I would. It goes with a lot. I've also got the same buckle but in the palladium finish, and I love both, but I must say I've used this one even more than I thought I would. Particularly I think because of this gold hardware, it goes well with the gold buttons in my Balmain blazers. So if I'm going for a slightly smarter look, that just all goes really well. So I've got one now which is halfway between both categories actually. So like I say, I did struggle. These are my Chloe Sonnie trainers, or sneakers if you're watching from America. You can see I have worn these. Now I love these because, well, partly I got them half price in sale, so that was great from Matches Fashion. So that was absolutely great, and I've been looking at these for months, the Sonnie style, not these particular ones. I actually really like the pop of colour. I love the colouring. The only reason I considered these for worst is because of what they did to my feet. So, let me put one there. So, the problem with these is you've got a nice platform here, and then you've got this bit here, which goes at the back of your foot. Now, I found, and I don't know if it's just my feet, but I found, somebody else actually had mentioned this as well, I forget who, there's not that much info on YouTube actually about these trainers, believe it or not. I found that this dug right into the back of my heel. So I wore these on the way to work, you know, casual day. I wore these on the way to work, and partway through my walk come jog to the station, I was like, oh, they're hurting a bit. And they basically went from they're hurting a bit straight through to we have removed your skin and you now have a hole in the back of your ankle. There was literally a minute from one stage to the other, which is quite extreme. So that is the reason they're in my worst. However, they are wearing in, I'm keeping them, they are wearing in, and I did buy some height increasing insoles to put in, which are actually, you can see they're nice and fluffy. So I've got the Chloe ones underneath, which actually give you a little bit of height as well, I didn't realise, and then I've got these, so I've got even more height, and what that has done is just lift my foot ever so slightly, so this isn't right in the bend of your ankle, it is more in the back of your foot. So these are sort of half and half, best and worst. Worst could say, honestly, killed the backs of my ankles for a number of weeks. It was that severe. And this, we're not talking blisters. We're talking bloody holes, quite literally. So that's the only reason. But they are softening, and I've put that in, and I do like how they look. There'll be a few people, I think, people from work that I was talking to about these when I was intending on getting them. Actually, Bestie Donna as well, that they weren't too keen. It's not everybody's style, and like I say, when I unboxed these and talked about them, I did say that I'm not sure if they're quite my style, but I still like them. There was something pulling me to them. But I'm really glad I did try them. People have then said, actually, they look a lot better in person than they did online. So I'm feeling a little bit proud of that as well. So I had the foresight to know. So that's why they're kind of half and half between best and worst. Now another best, which I can't show you because they're not with me, But another best was something that wasn't planned, which is very unlikely, but I had my eye on them, and that is my Chanel classic pumps with the pearls halfway up the heel. Now, despite a couple of people saying to me, looks like you just stepped in a pearl, each to their own. I love these. They're a classic Chanel shoe. I'll put up whatever pictures I can find, and I've definitely got a picture of me trying them on in the airport where I bought them in Heathrow. I love the look of them. They are so comfortable. The reason I haven't got them with me is because I've got them basically in storage, in locked storage, don't worry, at work, in the office, because they go with so much. I wear them all the time at work, so I just kind of been leaving them there to save carrying them to and fro. So that's why they're not with me. So I wear these. They look great if I'm wearing just like nude tights and an outfit. They look great with trousers. They look great with, you know, a short skirt and black opaque tights, because you've got the two-tone texture of the black leather and then the like the black material on the toe bit. They are so comfortable. I will wear them all day long. I will even walk around London town, you know, walking around the city is hard, and I will do that in them, and they are good. They are so comfy, so I can't recommend those enough. They're a goat leather, I believe, but softened instantly. They were never uncomfortable, but did soften, and softened really quite quickly. So they're in the best category because I absolutely love them and wear them all the time. So the final item I wanted to talk about, and this is my worst item, and it's probably the worst of my worst actually, and this may come as a slight shock to some people, and I'm sad to even say it. It's this. This is my Christian Dior fold over tote in the blue oblique or navy oblique canvas, and I love this. I've used it once, I think, for whatever reason, and I'm so in love with the oblique canvas, and I think that's the problem. I think I wanted something in oblique canvas. The book tote original size was too big for me, even the same size as that on the go. On the go with shoulder straps, that's my defence. So I got this, again, this was unplanned, but I saw it, I thought it was good value for what it is, and then it's just big hole, and I liked the versatility of it. Like I say, it's a tote, you can hand holder it, I can put it in the crook of my arm just, not easily, and that might be part of the problem. And you can also then basically fold it over like that and have it as a clutch, and I think this is how it looks particularly stunning. I never use clutches. I think it's just my lifestyle. I think I never use clutches, and if I'm going to use a tote, I almost want a bigger tote. I certainly want a tote with some depth to it. You can see this is like zero depth. So I think I'm actually going to part with this. I've used, like I say, I've used it once. It's in perfect condition, and it just seems a shame to have it sat in a cupboard not being loved or used, and as I often say, not fulfilling its handbag destiny. So I'm really gutted to say it, and I think what I might do is, if I do sell it, is put the money and get towards getting the Dior book tote in the small size, because I think I would actually use that a lot more. I'm a tote lover. So like I say, I've been looking at pictures of people wearing these and think they look great. I just don't use it. So that is kind of my shock worst purchase of 2019, even though it's beautiful and I absolutely love it to look at. If I don't use it, there's no point me having it sat in the cupboard, basically. I'd rather put the money towards something else and use it. So that was my best and worst of 2019. As I said, a bit of a struggle to find the worst, but I'm really pleased that. I think that's a good case. If I had loads of stuff for worst and not much for best, then that would be really hard. There's a whole load of stuff that I bought in 2019 that I had to sort of whittle out and not have in this list of best, because I really like it. Particularly some of my Hermés scarves, and just, yeah, I think I buy quite classic, I think, and that way I really like things. So hope you liked the video. If you did, please subscribe, and I will see you soon, so I'll say goodbye. Bye.